So I'll tell anyone willing to listen, if you're that confident in your abilities, just get your foot in the door. Get an entry-level job, and then once your foot's in the door, you'll get your chance to prove yourself.
You didn't have any background in asset management. In fact, did you have your CPA yet? And so they took a risk on you. They 100%. Saw something in you to say, he's going to come on and he's going to help. He's going to be an asset manager for all this new development that we're doing. Why do you think they took that risk on you?
So this will go partially to the advice I give to anyone getting out of the military. There's this, I hate to say arrogance, but somewhat arrogance of mid-career professionals or retirees getting in the military and think, well, I was in charge of 500 people in the military, I should be the CEO of this company. When in reality, we have no experience in the outside world. So what I did is looked at a position where I wasn't competing against other mid-career professionals. I was applying for an entry-level out of college position. Yep. So yes, they took a risk on me, but really it was a accountant right out of college or an accountant right out of college with 10 years of military life and real estate investing experience. So I'll tell anyone willing to listen, if you're that confident in your abilities, just get your foot in the door. Get an entry-level job, and then once your foot's in the door, you'll get your chance to prove yourself. Right. And so in some respect, they took a risk on me, but in others, it was like, well, it just kind of makes sense because it's the same level of educational background, just significantly more life experience with it.
That actually, you put it that way, and it's an absolute layup for that company to find someone like you, because you do, like the entry level, you take the risk on having no life experience, and then also on your part, like you're saying, like you're betting on yourself, and you're taking this entry level, kind of humbly taking this entry level job.
Took about a 50% pay cut.
Exactly.
I was a captain in the Marine Corps, getting out with a housing allowance, but I wasn't too concerned because I was looking at it as I was getting paid, even if it was entry-level pay, to learn real estate.
Right. Yeah. Tuition. Yeah.
So at the feet of some of the best practitioners in the state. So it was.
That's a great mindset to have. And there's so many people, like I will see some awesome, incredible developers, a couple of which have been on this podcast already, post job listings. And they're like, hey, $75,000, come be my in-house property manager, come do this or come do that. And I'm like, anyone, you have 10,000, 20,000 followers. You should be getting 5,000 applicants. Right. Like anyone who's trying to understand, come work for you. And you get a front row seat to everything they're doing. And I don't understand why people don't just quit whatever you're doing if this is where you can go do it. But you had an awesome mindset where like you were willing to take that cut, and that cut would be like tuition, right? Your tuition payment in my mind. But you were willing to do that, but it sounds like you also know that there are so many people that want to put the money before accomplishment. Like they have to get paid a certain amount or they're not doing it because they know their worth. You were like, I know my worth, and I know this pay is under my worth, so I'm going to show up and I'm going to show them what I'm worth. And then they're going to pay me that much. And of course, like you were more looking at it from an educational standpoint, but there are many people that I see that will just show up whether they're getting paid less, and they know that they will outwork that payment. And I think what a lot of people don't understand is if they truly do outvalue their salary, that employer is forced to pay them more, or else you're going to leave and you're going to go get paid way more somewhere else with that experience that you have. Yep. And so that employer will absolutely pay you more in what you're worth, or else you're free on the market.
Yep.
So that's cool that you had that mindset where you're like, well, I'm going to show up and I'm going to be worth it, and I'll get paid more and I'll get the experience as well.
And I got to give a plug to my wife here too. I also had the flexibility to do that because she had a good job working remotely and having a partner who can balance that out. And right now, working for myself, I have fee income coming from clients, but also my own developments. That's a long lead time. So being able to balance a spouse's W-2 for the bills now with my slower burn development work helps a ton, especially now that we have kids as well. It's made it easier having a solid team at home, for lack of better terms.